All right, we are going live right now, hopefully. There we are. We're live on YouTube right now. Let me kind of roll this out across everybody and we will get this show on the road. Oop, hey, sorry about that. Forgot to mute my main speakers. So, I hope everybody's having a great day. I see people are already flooding in. It's great to see. It's been a busy day. As you can probably notice, I have a bunch of new Rokus sitting right behind me. So let's talk about some Roku today and cord cutting in general, any cord cutting related questions you may have. But, you know, with all the new news today, definitely a lot to talk about with Roku. All right, let me get live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. And we can get this going. All right. I think I'm everywhere there. Let's launch the last page here and get it live over there. Hello, Danny. Hello. Mo28, can everybody hear me clearly? Let me know. Yeah, I got all the new Rokus. Every new model of Roku out to that's coming out technically next week. I already got it, and we're going to get this. We're going to give you a early look at it. If you're looking at us on YouTube, you'll see that I already started coverage of it. I did a few video reviews. I'm just trying to set up the Facebook feed, so check that out. All right. Okay, so I think we are all set now. I can hear you, Kevin. Marvin says he loves his Roku. That's great. So if you have any questions about the 2017 Roku line, questions about cord cutting in general, let me know. The only one that is a Roku or a Walmart exclusive. Oops, sorry, I just dropped it. This is actually the regular Express, but the Roku Express Plus, which is the one that comes with the RCA cables. I already posted a review of it. It's actually sent back on the review table back there from the recording. That's the only Walmart exclusive out there. Do you know if you can buy the new Roku remotes by themselves? Not as of right now, but they typically do add that feature later on. So it's very possible that that will come in the future. The question is, will they work on older Rokus? I will try to talk to some people over at Roku recently and get that confirmed. Hello, Stuffed. Welcome. Ricky, welcome. Ricky, I don't know if the new remotes will work on the old ones, but hopefully we'll find that out soon. Good evening. You pre-ordered the Ultra. Yeah, I got the Ultra sitting right here. I actually haven't opened the Ultra yet, but I'm very excited about it. Looks pretty nice. My thoughts on the Mohu Airwave. It's pretty cool. I haven't actually gotten to the office to test it. I got a look at it back at CES back in January, but I haven't played with the current version of it. The difference between the 2017 Roku Ultra and the 2016 version is some probably performance difference. It doesn't have optical audio. It does have the ability in the remote though to turn on and off the TV and adjust the volume. So that's pretty cool there. It's a bunch of little minor changes. I haven't opened it up. I will be doing a head-to-head test to see if there's any speed or end user performance. But we'll let you know. Hello Jimmy, it's good to see you here. Any word on when PlayStation View is going to add Fox and ABC stations? No, sorry Tony, they have not said anything about any future plans for that. I'm assuming they would at some point in the future. They just haven't said it yet. Hello Rosie, good to have you here. So if you have a question related to cord cutting, bring it on down, post it in the comments. If you have a question about the 2017 lineup of Rokus, I have all of them in my office. Started testing them out today. So I've had about 24 hours with them. Let me know what you think. The Roku Stick Plus is not a Walmart exclusive as best I can tell. Roku, according to what Roku told me, only the Express Plus is. It's probably some reviewers being confused because they both have Plus in the name. Maybe, I don't know. But the Roku Express Plus, that's the regular one, will be there. No news on when the Amazon Prime Video is coming out. According to somebody who claims to be a Amazon developer on the project for Amazon Video Prime on Apple TV, is the app has been finished for months and is ready to go. The problem is there's some internal political issues between Amazon and Apple that are trying to be resolved right now. So he said it may be as late as November. They're kind of shooting for November. He said, though, worst case scenario is next year. Any news on Nextstar coming DirecTV Now? Nope. There's been no live TV streaming service has said anything about what service channels will be added locally until they happen. So don't expect any heads up on when services will add channels. Any news that NVIDIA Shield releasing a DirecTV Now? No, probably won't happen this year, Marvin, because DirecTV Now is reprogramming their apps from scratch. I can't imagine they're going to release a new one until they finish rolling out their update version. What locals do you have? What locals do you have in DirecTV Now? Well, for some reason, I get all Austin and I get all of Dallas. I get all of them. For some reason, I'm in the middle there. Hey, thank you very much for the donation there. And thank you. We try to be a great resource. And we do our best to help you get the most out of your core kind of experience. Can you manually enter codes on the Roku remote, like if you have both a TV and a soundbar control? No, you cannot. It's auto detect only right now, Tim. What you probably want is something like the side click, Tim. Side click is a universal adapter that plugs onto the side of your Roku. It just kind of extends it out this far and it adds a row of buttons that you can program, and that will allow you to control your soundbar and your TV all in one spot. Hulu Live TV is still technically in beta, but they are rolling it out. If you haven't seen our post, next week, Thursday, Hulu is going to have an AMA, ability for you to ask some questions on Reddit. So find out all the details over at corecarsnews.com. Do you think about the new Google Pixel laptop and tablet? They look cool. I'm not sure I'm willing to pay $1,000 for a Google Chromebook. But it looks very powerful. I have 2 Google Chromebooks and I really like them, but I paid less than $200 for each one, so I'm not sure if I'm willing to spend $1,000 on a Google Pixel laptop. Pros and cons of the Roku TV versus TV with external Roku. Well, the cool thing about the Roku TV is the fact that it's all built in. There's no additional wiring. That you can set a sleep timer, and when the sleep timer happens, it turns off the it just stops the stream too, which will help with your data cap. You can add an external streaming player. At this point, I used to say I'm not a fan of the all-in-ones, but the new 2017 line of Roku TVs is as powerful as anything back here. So I would recommend actually getting the Roku TV if you like it. And if at some point you want to upgrade, you can always plug one of these boxes into that Roku TV. George, I must have missed your question. Re-ask it. Hello, Hustle Mania. Why do I keep having to enter activation codes in apps on my Roku? Will the 2017 update fix that? Ryan, I'm not sure. What apps are you having that happen for you to? Is it like Sling, DirecTV Now? What apps are you seeing that happen? If you heard anything about MLB Network coming to Sling, no, I wouldn't expect it to happen this year. It's very possible next year. Remember, Sling TV's in a bit of a rollover. Their senior CEO left. They have kind of an interim CEO, which is the head of Dish. He's also doing Sling right now. I expect that to be an interim position, as they probably will find somebody to run Sling separately. So that may put a delay on any new ones. Yes, Colin, I actually have 2 TCL series TVs. I'm a big fan of them, both 2017 editions. And no, I really do like the TCL series. I've been tempted to get the TCL C series, which is their high-end one for our living room. It's kind of like a dream a little bit about a Christmas present maybe to myself. We'll see. LG app, WebOS apps. What about LG WebOS? Oh, is there a DirecTV Now LG WebOS? I don't believe so. I don't believe there is an LG WebOS app for DirecTV Now. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Is the NVIDIA Shield better than Roku? The NVIDIA Shield is a more powerful one. It doesn't have all the same apps that Roku has, so it's like a 50-50 split there. I think both are great. NVIDIA and Roku are great players. I don't think you'll go wrong with either one. Just make sure you do your research on what apps you want and go from there. Single sign-on coming to Roku. Yes, so with Roku OS 8, which I'll have a big in-depth review of tomorrow. I'm going to do a big dive into the Roku OS 8, what's new on all through there. But with that, you can do single sign-on and the ability to log in and look at or log in once and then access watch ESPN, Disney Now, etc., 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 without having to log in each time individually. Currently, only cable networks are supported. Dish and AT&T are included, so I would expect Sling, DirecTV Now, and others to be added in the future. Is there any news on network apps adding support for DirecTV Now login? No, not this time. They haven't said anything. It's entirely possible, though. But remember, services like DirecTV Now have to pay to get access to that. So if you get access to add-ons, it could raise your bill of DirecTV Now. What kind of microphone is that? Well, this is the Audio Technica. I forget which version of it. It's a USB version. It plugs directly in my computer. I've had it for years. You can see I accidentally bashed in the top here. It's a very nice microphone. Luke, what do you consider the better option? The Roku Premiere Plus or the Roku Stick Plus? Similar performance as best I can see. I would get the Premiere Plus for the ability to get an Ethernet jack and more ports on it. YouTube TV, 6 accounts on one, 6 profiles on one account. Yeah, YouTube TV will allow you to have 6 people watch it, or 6 profiles at once, but you can't get 6 people to watch it. I believe it, somebody corrects me, is it 2 or 3 streams at once for YouTube TV? Does Roku OS 8 come with new devices? Yes. So I've tested out several of the new devices. All of them are running Roku OS 8. Check tomorrow. I'll have a video and a full review of it. Nothing major stands out so much, or bug fixes. There is some minor UI changes, more like a slightly different purple background, that kind of stuff on it. Icons are a tiny bit different. I don't know, check tomorrow for more details, but if you read my Roku OS 8 breakdown on corecarsnews.com, there's nothing there that's going to really surprise you. 3 streams. So YouTube TV is 3 streams at once. Even though you can have 6 profiles, only 3 devices can be watching it at the same time. Which ones have, you know, as foretold, off the top of my head, I'm not sure which Roku remotes have the DirecTV Now button. Sorry, I don't know that off the top of my head. Will I get the OS 8 update from our Roku 3? I believe so. They said by the end of the year. When are they due to come out to older Roku devices? So Roku OS 8, they said will start rolling out this month, and over the next 3 months, so October, November, and December, all Rokus that are going to get it will get it, which probably means like the Roku 2, 3, and newer. So Roku 4, all the last year's premieres, sticks, all that, this year's, and so forth. Has anyone tried NK streaming service? I played around with it a little bit. It's kind of limited in where it's available for best performance, so just keep that in mind. I have DirecTV Now on Roku. Where do I find the 4K content on Roku? Well, DirecTV Now is currently not doing any 4K content. They said in the future they intend to add 4K to DirecTV Now, but as far as 4K content on your Roku, a few things. Your device needs to be a 4K device. So Roku Premier Line 4 or Ultra will have it, and the new Roku Stick Plus will be 4K. From there, Netflix, Amazon, they all offer 4K Hulu. But there is an app on there on Roku called the Roku 4K Spotlight channel. And that channel is kind of a universal search for 4K content. It just kind of shows you a ton of 4K content out there that you can stream on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, etc. So check that out. Hey, Luke, good to see you. Thanks for such a great advice. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. And great to see you here. I really appreciate everybody's support. These Q&As are getting bigger and bigger every month, and we're just very grateful for your support of Core Cars News. It means a lot to us. Will DirecTV Now offer an app for Windows 10? Probably not, because they've been going towards web browsers. So currently Chrome, they say the new app rolling out, they're coming out with a new version of the app, or of the browser-based version of DirecTV Now. So I wouldn't expect them to release an app since it works in browsers. So there's no new Roku Premiere. Correct. So the Roku Premiere line, here's the 2016 Roku Premiere. is being discontinued and replaced with the Roku Stick Plus. So same 4K performance, same price point, but in a stick format rather than a box. But the Roku Ultra, the part of the reason they did that is the Roku Ultra is now $99.99 recommended retail price. That is the same price as the Premier Plus was. So the Roku Ultra basically is everything the Premier was in pricing, has everything and more for a great price. So why, this is a much better deal than the Premier now. Should I get the new Roku Ultra? I have the Premier Plus. I have not been able to go head to head. This week I'm gonna do a head to head look ahead of the Ultra versus the Premier Plus. I'm gonna put these head to head and get back to you. So keep an eye on our YouTube channel and our site for a head to head breakdown on that. Will DirecTV Now offer an app? Oh, I already answered that. Does the update to the PS View on the Fire TV work on all channels? I believe it works on all channels that are being recorded. So say Sony released a small update for the PlayStation View on Fire TV. Now if you're DVRing a show and you go to it and you want to watch it, in the past it would just auto launch into where it is live. Now it gives you the ability to say, oh, you're recording this. Would you like to watch it from the beginning or watch it live where it is right now? So kind of a cool new feature there. Not a ton of details on what is new with it, but we're going to keep digging. They have yet to come out and say, here is what we did, here's the update. Sony is bad at communicating. Sony does not seem all that interested in letting people know what they think of it. All right. Is there Charter support on the new Roku single sign-on? I'm not sure. I believe Charter, I'm not sure about that. I know Dish, Cox, AT&T are all included with the new Roku single sign-on. And remember, it just launched this week. So I would expect single sign-on to come to many new device or services in the near future. Currently about 30 apps or Roku channels support single sign-on. So I would expect it to be added more in the future. Same with Charter, I'm just not sure. What's your thoughts on TiVo over there at DVRs? Not a bad DVR. It is a little pricey. You're going to pay a premium price for the TiVo experience. But if you really like the TiVo experience, hey, the TiVo Bolt with the over-the-air integration is not bad. Make sure you buy the one that offers over-the-air. I also like Tableau and Channel Master. Those are a couple to check out. If you run a home media server, the Plex DVR is not a bad one to check out either. Just a heads up, the Roku XS, and I'm guessing below the Roku 3 doesn't have an app. Danny, are you talking about, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how legal that service that is. I have not been able to get them to respond to my request for comment on that. So we're really not going to cover that here just because they haven't confirmed to us they're a legal streaming service. I have not played around with the brand new Disney app, but we're going to keep looking at that. Is there going to be a surcharge to use an app for the Mohu Airwave? No, Christian. They say that once you buy the Mohu Airwave, the app for like Roku and so forth is just included for free. If you don't know what the Mohu Airwave is an antenna with built-in Wi-Fi that streams your antenna signal to your Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, etc. Similar to Tableau DVR does, but without the need for a DVR. It just streams it. But there is no DVR included with it. I'm on a budget. How can I see live TV on my Roku? The cheapest option is $20 a month for Sling TV. If you have AT&T Unlimited wireless cell phone service, you can get DirecTV Now for $10 a month. That's probably the best deal if you have AT&T Unlimited. What should I do with my old Roku 2 device? Well, if you're happy with it and it's doing everything you want, keep it. If you are thinking of upgrading, this new line, they're pretty nice. But here's my thing. If you don't have a 4K TV, your Roku 2 is doing everything you want it to do, why bother upgrading? Why, if it's not broken, don't fix it. If you have the lower tier package of DirecTV Now, can you still get locals? Yes. From my understanding, DirecTV Now includes locals at the lowest tier packages, no matter what. The thing they don't include is regional sports networks. That needs to be the next tier up. Based on your Roku test, is it shall replace my Roku 3? I'm assuming you're asking. Is it working? Is it doing everything you want it to do? Do you have a 4K, or is your TV just HD? If it's still working and you just have an HD TV, I wouldn't rush out to upgrade. Now, with that said though, the ability to turn on and off your TV and adjust the volume with your Roku remote is pretty dang cool. So I would check that out. What do you think about the HD Home Run? Would you get their $35 a year DVR or go with Plex Pass? I would probably go with Plex Pass. To be honest with you, I think Plex Pass is a little bit nicer DVR. Luke, how do you how do I make money? Well, you guys, you're watching this video right now. There's ads around it, and that's how we make money. Soon, I keep trying to make this happen. It's just a time thing. But selling Court Cards News mugs, if anybody wants to buy one, everybody keeps asking me. But no, we also do, like the site says, we sell affiliate links to Amazon. Like when I review a product, I put a link to Amazon there. No one asks me to do that, but if you click that link, I get a commission. So that's how I support my family. Ads. So if you're using an ad blocker, you're making it hard for me to support my family. And then things like affiliate links to Amazon. I have used a Harmony remote. I don't personally use a Harmony remote. That makes sense. I played around with them, tested them out, but I don't use a Harmony remote. I actually prefer the side click. I find that it does everything I need. But I don't have a sound bar to go with it. I just have a regular TV, and the side click works great. Fred says, I got a refurbished Tableau 2 tuner just in time for all the fall shows. Yeah, Tableau DVRs, I got a review unit in from them. I really like it. How can you get a cup? Well, stay tuned. I thought I had a supplier for these, and some things fell through, and they weren't able to produce what I wanted them to. So we're going to make more of these and then sell them. Everybody's been asking me. Oh, one last thing that people, somebody asked how we make money. Don't forget, that Patreon.com. Thank you to everybody who donates $1 a month to Patreon to help keep Court Cards News going. Do you use an AVR, audio-visual receiver? I'm assuming you mean like a sound bar? Colin, I'm not sure I fully understand that. Is there any difference between the 2016 Roku Ultra and the new one besides the remote? Nick, I haven't tested it out yet. That's one of the devices I haven't opened yet. I just got them in today. Check back later this week for a head-to-head between the 2016 and 2017 Roku Ultra. Yeah, a lot of Rokus are on sale right now because the new ones are coming out and people are dumping them. So, check that out. Tim, yeah, I have looked at Spreadshirt and doing some. I'll probably be doing a Spreadshirt account. And that's where I actually went to get this, but I wasn't able to get their mugs to display the logo the way I wanted it. I'm just not happy with it. So, Spreadshirt will probably come for t-shirts, and another company, I guess, got a couple I'm working on right now, will probably be used for mugs. The Roku 3 is nice with the ability to cast a screen on PC and mobile. I would say get anything above Roku 3. Yeah, at this point, if you're buying a new streaming player, I would actually recommend at least a Roku Premiere or above. If you have the Roku 3 and you're happy, stay with it. But I would actually not recommend buying a new one right now, just because that's now 2 generations back. The Roku 3 is. The older versions of Roku 3 are now 3 generations back, so keep that in mind. I have a Roku TV. Do you know what version they use? Roku TVs will, in November, they say, be upgraded to the Roku OS 8 with a ton of new features, including the new over-the-air grid guide. What are your top Roku channels? Well, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon are the obvious ones. I really like the Tableau. I get a lot of use on my antenna on my Roku. The new Roku channel, the free movie streaming service, is pretty popular. NewsOn, I love my local news. I love the ability that's on demand. So NewsOn is pretty good. Tubi TV is another great free movie service I recommend. It's sports time, so live TV and all that kind of stuff. So check that out. My wife likes the CW app on Roku. That's a pretty good one. That's also free. Todd, I'm not sure about soundbars. I'll try to dig. I'll talk to Roku about how they can possibly control soundbars. Pluto TV is a great one. How did I forget Pluto? Roku, if you own any streaming player, have Pluto TV. What's the average lifespan of a Roku device? Well, I have a Roku HD that's like 7 years old right now, 6 years old, something like that. And it's still running great. So if you take care of it and you're gentle with it, a Roku device should last as long as any, laptop, computer, or whatever. Colin, I have not looked at that. I'll check that out. Thank you for the suggestion. Do you recommend for an over-there DVR? I recommend Tableau DVR. That's the one I use. Channel Master and TiVo if you want to pay the premium price. Yeah, I believe that the Roku Ultra is once again a gigabyte connection on that for Ethernet. Pluto TV, Crackle, Tubi I think is what most people are kind of commenting on free Roku channels that they recommend. All right, if I have not answered your question and you asked a question and I missed it, hey, re-ask it because I probably missed it. There are, let's see here, like 200 people right now here at this very moment. So make sure, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we do a weekly Q&A to help answer your cord cutting related questions. And we also, throughout the week, we do all kinds of videos. But you can find us also over at cordcarsnews.com. That's cordcarsnews.com. I really should put that up top up here, because I know a lot of people find us through these weekly Q&As. And there we have daily news stories, how-to guides, reviews, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. Hey, I'm going to play a quick ad over on YouTube, and I'm going to read through here, make sure I didn't miss any questions. So let's check this out. Just FYI, Sling, you can use the NBC Sports app. All right, that's cool. I thought we could. NBC Sports app has been having some issues where they keep dropping providers, and then they reappear, they drop, they reappear, and they drop. It's been kind of weird. Any idea if DirecTV Now will have a DVR? They said it will be added this fall. Probably not for at least another month or two. It seems Sling TV has been slow to add locals. Sling TV has not been slow. They made a conscious decision not to. Sling TV is definitely going down the route of, hey, we offer a service for people with antennas. You can use your antenna to access all your locals for free. Why pay that? And then from there, they can offer a cheaper price point. They start Sling TV at $20 a month. Most other services are $35 or higher, and most are now around $40 a month. So you're paying half the starting price of PlayStation Vue and Hulu, and part of that is because they don't include locals. They just have it as an add-on. Colin, I'm not sure what the Apple TV 4K Ethernet is. I would check their site for specs. I'm assuming it's a gigabyte connection on that. Did you get an update for the 4th gen Apple TV? Yeah, I did. I have not played with it much, though. It kind of came right at a time where I've been a little bit busy. What will be in the DirecTV Now fall update? The DVR and a new app user interface. No NFL network on DirecTV Now as per DirecTV Now customer service. Yeah, there is no NFL network on DirecTV Now. All those rumors, I said from the beginning, I'll say it again. Do not trust customer service. They just don't know what they're talking about. They just don't. DirecTV Now's customer service is awful. Just don't trust them. All right. Are YouTube TV and Hulu Live TV going to increase their channel lineups? Probably. They'll probably slowly add things here and there. We'll see. So, all right. Keep the questions coming, and I'll do my best to answer them. If I haven't answered your question, please re-ask it. Let's see here. My son made us a bow tie antenna with clothes hangers. Yeah, I mean, it still works. Pick up 30 channels. Pretty nice. You may want, though, Allison. I just butchered that name. I don't know what I just did there. You may want to, though, go to cordcarsnews.com. On the right-hand side, there's a block for antenna recommendations and your zip code, how high it will be off the ground. It'll give you an idea. You may begin 30 channels, but maybe a bare antenna would get you 100. So keep that in mind. How can I share over-the-air TV with other TVs? Kathy, I would recommend the easiest way to do that is a Tablo DVR. So not only you take your antenna, you plug into the Tablo DVR. You connect the Tablo DVR to your Wi-Fi network, and then it streams your antenna to every Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, some smart TVs, and other devices in your home. Phones, tablets, all kinds of stuff. So keep that in mind. That's what I do. I have one antenna in the attic. I drop one cord into a closet, and there sits my Tablo. Where your best guess as to be DirecTV Now will arrive? DVR will arrive sometime this fall, probably late fall, maybe as late as into November. We'll wait and see. Of course, though, all new devices out there, services do run into possible glitches and issues, and it could be delayed. There's no guarantee it's actually going to come out this year or this month or next month. Will Hulu join YouTube TV and combine a new service? Jacob, I don't understand the question. Luke, do you think though Roku will ever release a built-in DVR? Probably not. Roku's kind of said we're not really interested in that. The guy who made Roku, Anthony, he actually invented the DVR. He's a pretty nice guy. I hosted an AMA for him a few years ago. Really nice guy. They're pretty clear though that they don't want to get into DVR. Could they change their mind on that? Yeah, they could. Since Dish, the owners of Sling are in the local channel dispute with my area, it is possible that Sling could lose some locals due to the Dish blackout, but I haven't heard anything about that yet. Nothing to confirm it, at least. All right, keep those questions coming. Keep them coming. I hope we're being helpful to everybody. I really want to take a moment real quick to say thank you to everybody for being here and supporting Core Cars News. I really appreciate it. DirecTV Now will probably be November 28th. The DVR, you know, here's the thing. Don't trust what customer service says. Don't trust what anybody says. No one knows. It's still in beta. Could easily be delayed. All right, keep the questions coming. YouTube TV is only launching where they can supply all locals. That's no longer true, Nick. That used to be true. But the most recent couple rounds of YouTube TV coming out had most locals, but many of the new markets missed one or more locals as part of the deal. So keep that in mind. YouTube TV doesn't have all the locals in all the new markets. Verizon's new live TV service seems to be a little bit delayed. They came out and said that they're going to take the next 6 months to reevaluate the situation and decide how they want to proceed on live TV, or if they want to. I'm starting to wonder if they're kind of looking around and seeing there's so many services out there. Do they want to get in on that? Maybe they have second thoughts. Maybe they wanted to let the market maybe wash out a little bit before they come in and try to do something. I try to send you stuff if I see it. Oh, thanks, Ken. Yeah, we're always welcome tips and suggestions. If you see something you want to send us a tip, we're always welcome to that. Any word on when YouTube TV will have an app on streaming devices? They kind of hinted that more device support would be coming this fall. Well, the fall came and they released an app for tablets. Android tablets now can use YouTube TV. I can't promise they'll come out with a Roku one. I know somebody said, oh, well, I talked to chat support, and chat said they're going to have a Roku app. Don't trust chat. Tech support people don't know anything. They just don't. Don't trust tech support people to give you the inside skinny on anything that's not announced. Just FYI. Any updates on 5G will start. Tim, so starting next year, 5G is starting to roll out across the country. Verizon and AT&T are already rolling out in multiple cities. And I expect in the next year or so, you'll see it. By 2020, they say half the United States will have 5G support. Any word on when Viceland on PlayStation View? Viacom and Viceland, all that, no word. Sony has not said anything about adding it. And there's a change in leadership. So PlayStation View's CEO, the guy who oversaw all of the PlayStation View division and was rumored to be one of the pushing forces behind PlayStation View and one of the guys who helped secure the deals to make PlayStation View a reality, retired this week, stepped down after 20 years at Sony. And a new guy came in. So what's going to happen with PlayStation View, we don't know. A little bit of a transitional moment over at PlayStation View. Kind of a cool opportunity here. Hopefully they take the opportunity to make some important changes. I put a list of them up on my website that I think they need to make. We'll wait and see what happens. Any information on alternative internet providers? You know, that depends on where you live. Do your research. Jacob, I know a lot of people are trying to predict when DirecTV Now DVR is going to come out. I don't even think AT&T knows exactly when DirecTV Now DVR is going to come out. Anything beyond that, it's just speculation. No, Terry, I deliberately did not buy any stock in Roku. I don't think it's a good idea for a reporter to own stock in companies they cover. It brings a lot of legal issues into it with whatever. So I don't buy stocks in companies I cover. But I do think Roku, I'm very impressed with Roku. I do think they're a good company. With the new Roku remotes controlling volume and TV, why isn't there a mute button? You know, that's a good question. The Roku TVs have a mute button. You think there would be, but there isn't, Jimmy. My recommendation, get a side click. You can have a mute button on the side click remote. With the new, okay. Hey, if I've missed your question, keep them coming. Re-ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. We got about 20 more minutes, and I'll try to plow through helping as many people learn about cord cutting as I possibly can. Tim says he's considering Roku stock. Yeah, so they're on the market. They had a very good first day. I like what Roku's doing. I like where they're going. I think they're a solid company. All right, I'm doing a free preview of the Xfinity streaming service. Picture quality is awful. Wow. So what else? What else can you tell us about the new Comcast Xfinity live TV streaming service other than the picture quality is bad? Let us know. Did you get the new Amazon TV? No, it doesn't come out for a few more weeks, and they haven't. So they sent me a review TV from Amazon, but they haven't contacted me to say they're going to send me a review Fire TV Gen 3. But I have one on order. If they don't send me one early, I have a delivery for same day. I'm going to keep my eyes open. Like Walmart put out a bunch of Rokus early. I'm going to keep my eyes open if a Fire TV goes in a store early. Try to get one. There will be a review of the new Fire TV. Just when is the question. Anyone get the Roku OS 8 update? Yes, I have it. All the new players come with Roku OS 8. Check back tomorrow, Brian, and I'll have a full detailed review of the Roku OS 8. But if you read my my post when they announced it, where I broke down everything new, there's really nothing surprising that's not in that. So check tomorrow, though, for a full video and written review. Does DirecTV Now don't like that the 2-stream max keeping Sling TV? Yeah, you know, it is kind of a balance there. DirecTV Now has done some surveys asking people if they should upgrade the number of streams. Hopefully they do it. What's your favorite feature about tablet DVR? I love the ability to watch my antenna on every TV in my house and on my phone and so forth when I travel. Hi Luke, Rob here. Has any company you ever complained about customer service contacted you and how they could improve it? No. One time though, interesting story about that. Don't mind my bottle opener here. I once got really frustrated with PlayStation View. And I saw a tweet that my internet service provider changed and I kept having issues with getting it to recognize my new home, having to cancel the service, re-sign up. So I made a tweet about how much I was frustrated about having to cancel my PlayStation View service because my internet service IP switched because they did some work in the area, upgraded my speed, and brought a new IP address. And I had to cancel my service and recreate it to get it to work. Well, Sony did call me like, hey, we saw you're having problems. What can we do to help you with it? I told them about how now, for some reason, I wasn't getting the proper locals anymore. I was getting locals from like 3 hours away. And they said, oh, we'll fix that. We'll get back to you. And I never heard from them again. Never heard from Sony again. And I don't know, just never, don't expect to hear from them ever again. They don't like to respond to many emails. So that's about the one time a company ever contacted me and said, we saw a complaint of yours, we want to help. And they never followed up on it. Looking forward to 2017 Roku face-off. Yeah, so probably tomorrow or Friday, depending on my schedule. I got some meetings tomorrow, but I will be doing a head-to-head of the Roku Ultra and the Roku Premiere Plus. Pluto TV has the local channels on my TC LTV. Yeah, Pluto TV, if you have a Roku TV, we'll give you a grid guide. Do you recommend the Air TV box? Yeah, I actually have it sitting on the shelf back here right now. It's a very nice player. It's definitely the kind of player I'd get my grandparents. Take Sling TV, your antenna, and Netflix and puts them all in one easy-to-use interface. Very impressive. It's a very powerful player, too. What's your plan of play on? It breaks in terms of service to pretty much every service out there. So just be aware that you are breaking the terms of service, and it can at any time be canceled. I don't know if the question was whatever happened to the DirecTV Now and Luke. I think there's something. Oh, Q&A. Okay. All right. I understand now. DirecTV Now Q&A, they contacted us and they did say that that was delayed until they can roll out some new features. I'm assuming they mean the DVR. So after the DVR comes out, I'll expect them to do the Q&A again. Yes, I actually first played around the NVIDIA Shield 6.0 Google Assistant back in January at CES. It's pretty nice. I really like it. If you have an Android phone and you're used to your Google Assistant, it's everything you would expect it to be. Really makes it stand up well to the Fire TV Alexa integration. Any word on the 7.0 Android upgrade to Dish's Air TV? No, I'm assuming it'll come. Do you reckon Foxtel will come to America? Maybe. I don't know. That's anybody's guess. I just bought the Roku Premiere Plus. What do you think about it compared to other Roku? It's a very nice Roku. I think you bought a very nice Roku. If you got it on the on sale, good deal. That'll probably serve you well for a while. Would you upgrade your second gen Fire Stick to the new one? Yes. I think the specs look like it's much more powerful, but until I can actually get it and play around with it, I don't know what to tell you on that. Is there a guide on PlayStation View on Roku? No, but there is a guide on the Sling TV, DirecTV Now, etc. They all have a guide. I was talking, okay, have you gotten a chance to play with it? Oh, yep, answered that. Answered that. If I missed your question, re-ask it. I'm trying my best not to miss any today, but there's so many people posting that it's inevitable I'm going to miss a question or two. Any guess when the 2018 ESPN service will launch? No. Other than it coming in 2018, it could come at any time. Is there, I already answered that. Looking for a way to watch NBA next season. DirecTV Now, Sling TV, all of them offer the NBA TV network and all the other ones that you need. So I think you're pretty well set. It sounds like you have DirecTV Now. That's probably a great starting point. Has ESPN, has locals in many areas, has TNT, TBS, and all that. So you should be good for NBA with that. Any word on more channels coming to YouTube TV? No. They haven't said anything about new channels. According to Time Warner CEO, YouTube TV has even turned down channels like CNN because they were worried it would raise the price of their YouTube TV service. Correct movie fan, no NFL Network. I wouldn't really expect NFL Network to be on DirecTV Now this year. It could be, but don't hold your breath for it. Colin, if all your locals disappeared, I would call DirecTV Now or use their chat service. They may be able to look into that. I have seen Sling TV, I think I know, on many smart TVs, but I don't own an LG Web OS TV, so I haven't tested it here in the lab. Which streaming services do you currently use? Well, I have all of them. Since my job is to review these, I have every live TV service: Fubo, Sling, DirecTV Now, PlayStation View, Hulu, etc. What I personally use, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon are my main ones I use the most that are paid. There's a lot of other free ones like Pluto TV, Tubi, Crackle, etc. Newson. And then for home use, I would probably add in something like DirecTV Now, PlayStation View, Sling, etc. for football season. But for my job, I have all of them. Any word on MLB games streaming next year? No, Joel, I would not expect any announcements about next year until sometime next year. What happened to the launch of the Hallmark Drama Channel? Robert, I'm tracking that down. It is on several cable providers. They are saying that there will like to be on some live TV streaming services, and I'll let you know if I can find anything there with that. Does Sling TV have plans to add more locals? Probably not. Sling TV is more about antennas. So they're like, if you have an antenna, we're the service for you. to the point where if you want, Dish will come to your home and install an antenna in your home. I had them come and put an antenna in our attic. Works really well. I do like the new Roku channel. A lot fewer commercials than you would expect for a free streaming service. Do you get all the streaming services for free? No, I pay for pretty much all of them. Often I will get free trials of services that companies will give us to do reviews and stuff, but I pay for pretty much all of them. All right. But, you know, one of the things, though, since it is for my job, I can take a tax write-off on these services because I wouldn't be using them if for my personal use. They are purely a business expense. I wouldn't have Sling, PlayStation View, DirecTV Now, Hulu, Fubo, etc. So I get to take a tax deduction on that, which is pretty cool. Yes. Well, Brian, the new Roku TCL TVs, some of them have voice remotes. I don't believe if the TV doesn't come with one, I don't know if you can add a voice remote to a TV that was meant to be IR. Yeah, I'm not sure. What kind of USB adapter are you trying to use for your Roku TCL TV? Last on the CW and Fubo, next week, new shows start. It could be any time. So this Fubo TV I just posted today did add a bunch of new CBS affiliates. So hopefully the CW ones will come soon. Hardware. Some of the TCL TVs do have Ethernet on it. TCL does have customer service phone number. You can call them and ask your questions. Make sure you get the right TV. Is there any advantage of a Roku TV over the Roku boxes? Roku TVs are all in one, which is kind of cool. No extra wires. You can control everything from one remote. The Roku TVs, if you use an antenna, are pretty cool because now they have a grid guide, which will show you 2 weeks in the future and a week back. So there's some cool features there. If you're happy with what you have now, you're not looking to buy a new TV, I wouldn't buy a TV. I'll just get a box. Hey, it's a pretty cool deal there, Tim. Hulu has been very aggressive. It sounds like they're giving you a couple bucks off a month to get you to come back for a limited time. All right. How's the picture quality on your TCL P series? I'm very happy. It's 4K. It looks great. I have the HDR one. Definitely a big noticeable difference going from 4K to 4K HDR. They sent me a nice review unit on that. I would consider the TCL Roku TVs to be comparable with any mid-range TV price line. They do have the new high-end Roku C series, which is Dolby Vision HDR, which is crazy beautiful picture. I have not tested that. I saw that at CES. It is beautiful. And I would say that's pretty in line with most of the mid-range and middle upper range TVs. Of course, I saw one TV today that was $20,000. It was like some QOLED whatever. Of course, you know, you can't compare a $600 TV to a $20,000 high-end one. But compared to all mid-range TVs I've ever tested and looked at, the Roku TCL TVs, they're an excellent buy. Good picture quality. Highly recommend them. I think the C series has the Dolby Vision HDR, and I know there's HDR on the P series. Read their specs on their TVs to make sure. Don't count me in, but I want to say the Dolby Vision is also on the P series, but confirm that before you buy it. I may be remembering that. Fred, if you're looking for a stealthy outdoor one, Antenna Direct makes a couple, and Mohu makes some that can look pretty nice. As long as you get a non-metallic paint, just a regular paint, you can paint an antenna. I mean, I wouldn't, but if you're really worried about that. When will Hulu fix their awful new user interface? Sorry, Chris. It is what it is. They have made improvements to it, but yeah. Will Sling ever get TCL TV? They haven't said anything about adding it, so I don't know. At this time, they haven't said anything about it. Yes, the new Roku remotes on the Roku Stick, Roku Stick Plus, and the Roku Ultra, those 3 devices, will allow you to power on and off your TV and control the volume. According to Colin, yes, the P series will have the Dolby Vision HDR. Yeah, not all TCL Roku TVs have the Ethernet. I think the 2017 line, I think all of them do, but contact TCL to confirm that. Hello, Bill. Good to have you here. I got a Roku Stick from Sling promo. It's in 2015. Yeah, if you have the purple Roku Stick, I would upgrade. It's dated. It's not going to get some of the newer apps, and there is a huge speed difference between the 2015 and the 2016 Roku Stick. I would upgrade. Yeah, Fubo TV is doing a lot of cool things, Paul. Their new 500-hour DVR is one of them. I'm very impressed with it. Who streams consistently 60 frames per second for sports? Sling TV, PlayStation View, I think DirecTV now has most of their channels now at 60 frames per second. Most live TV streaming services now do offer their sports channels at least at 60 frames per second, and their non-sports channels at 30 frames per second, and that allows for basically to control the lag, because when you go 60 frames per second, it does increase the demand on streaming. It only takes a few days to wrap one's mind around the Hulu interface. Yeah, I think once you use it for a while, but there are a lot of legitimate gripes against it, just to be fair. Is the Fire Stick a good deal? Yeah, but if you're going to buy one, I would spend the extra $20 right now and get the new 3rd generation 2017 Fire TV. It's coming out later this month at $69. So $30 more. I would think that's a much better player. All right, so I think I've answered all the questions. About 5 more minutes. So if you have a question, this is your opportunity to get your one last questions in. So one last call out for people to ask questions. So get them in here real quick. I have heard that Sprint and T-Mobile are in talks. I have not heard that they had completed that merger. Did that just happen? As best I can tell right now, they have not done that. That the Sprint and T-Mobile are still 2 different companies. All right. Have you looked at, Colin? I'm not sure what you're asking me to look at, or asking what I looked at. You think Hulu and Netflix will ever merge? Probably not. No, their owners are incompatible with that. I don't think Hulu wants to be in the Netflix market. I don't think Netflix wants to be in the Hulu market. Time Warner AT&T merger is probably a done deal. They just haven't announced it yet. Have you looked at the TCL S series? No, I haven't. I've looked at the C series and the P series. I'm very impressed. The S series, I believe, is their lower end one, if I'm not mistaken there, Colin. If you have the Sling TV box, that interface and antenna, will the DVR let you record over-the-air TV? No, it does not record over-the-air TV. Roy, I wouldn't. The 2nd gen box is according to the specs actually more powerful than the 3rd gen. Larry, I discuss all legal streaming players: Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, Android, all that kind of stuff. All right. I think that's it. One last call for questions, and we're gonna wrap this up. I doubt Sling TV will go to unlimited DVR. It's actually surprisingly expensive to record these shows. So, questions, comments, get them in right now, and we'll wrap this up. I really appreciate everybody's support. I'm very grateful for everybody to be here. How long did the new Roku devices show up as freebies? It's hard to say if Sling or DirecTV Now or anybody will. I don't know. It depends on how much they're willing to spend. When is it going to be Amazon? Waldo, I don't understand the question. When is what going to be Amazon? I'll take one last question. Get your question in right now, and we will wrap this up. Thoughts on cord cutting in 2018? It's only going to get bigger and better. It's only going to be bigger and better. When will DirecTV Now launch your cloud DVR? Sometime in late fall 2017. So probably November is my guess. Do you ever run out of HDMI ports? I do, because I review so many different devices. I use an HDMI splitter, which allows me to plug in multiple HDMI cables to one box, and then that puts it to one HDMI cable to the TV. You buy them on Amazon pretty cheap. What about a PBS TV show? What about that, Bill? I think I missed part of that question. Are there free Roku Sticks being distributed? I think Sling TV still has a free, if you sign up and prepay, they have a free Roku. I'm not sure, though, if it's the Roku Stick right now. Oh, when's the Roku Stick going to be on Amazon? So all the new Roku players will be on Amazon October 8th, they said. So, all right, well, that's it. Thank you for everybody who was here. We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to quickly do an ad over on YouTube because, hey, it pays the bills. But thank you to everybody who's here. We really appreciate your support. I cannot tell you how grateful I am for all of the dedicated readers and people who are supporting Core Cars News just by reading our articles without ad blockers. If you want to help Core Cars News, I get this question a lot. Just randomly hit like and share on our stories. Now, everybody, whenever said they always run and like this video, don't, yeah, like that too. But think about randomly liking and sharing our other news stories that we post on YouTube, Facebook, and all the Twitter and so forth. It really does help us. Oh, Bill, should I launch a PBS show? Well, if PBS wants to contact me, I'm always interested to talk about cord cutting anywhere and everywhere. So, I may be able to do that. The problem a little bit, we do this Q&A for an hour, and some of it's a time thing. It's kind of hard to talk for longer than an hour nonstop. It's not like I'm bouncing off anybody here. Some of it too is a little bit of time. I've been at work since about 6:30 this morning, and it's now almost 8 o'clock my time here in the Central Zone. So, we have talked about maybe doing some more pop-up Q&As, but if you have a question too, don't be afraid to join our Facebook group, Cord Cutting Tech Support. It's got over 26,000 members there too to post your questions. So check that out. But I really appreciate everybody's support. Hit like on these videos, hit likes on our stories. For example, Facebook takes consideration how many people like a story to determine how many people like or will see that one out there. So thank you for your support. I hope you all have a great day. I'm going to go spend some time with my family, as Bill points out, and watch some football tonight. So, will we ever do a Cord Cutting podcast? Yes, I actually did do, real quick, I did do a podcast in the past with Elias from AFTV News. I debated about getting one going again. There's a time issue, and we'll consider it, but there is a time issue. We've hired some more people to come help with Core Cars News, and we'll see how that all works out in the future. So until later, though, have a great day. Take care. I will talk to you next week, Wednesday. And, of course, check out tomorrow. I got tons of new great stories coming out tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.